Welcome back, viewers, to Pastel here, and welcome back to another video, or in this case, welcome back to Spring Break 25, Day 4. And today, we're going to be doing something that we have never done in this Spring Break special before. Just like how we introduced Minecraft into the whole mix-up, now we're introducing something new. But this is something that we have never done in this channel that I always wanted to do but never got a chance to until finally this moment on. Today, we're going to be playing this very own childhood game. Well, although this is not completely original, although this is completely something different that essentially is a nod to the original. If you guys have heard of Marble Blast before, this whole game itself that originally came out in 2002, it first came out originally as Marble Blast Gold, and it was a game that I remember playing vividly as a child. Well, it wasn't Marble Blast Gold. It was something called Marble Blaster, which was sold exclusively through game copies on CD that was distributed by what was used to be E Games. E Games was like a huge like PC game distributor that distributed like CD copies that you're able to install on your computer back when many office computers used to have CD drives everywhere before people nowadays in the modern just moved on to I mean CD drives are still used. It's just for gaming computers though that I have right here, it doesn't even have any CD drive at all. It's just all digital and such. But I remember Marble Blaster, or aka other known as Marble Blast Gold, was the one game that I remember playing a lot as a child. And it was something that I remember was just like, it was the one game I always like to play whenever I get back from school and such. And it was just like, my goodness, it was like a fond memory. The latest fond memory I remember was playing the game way back in 2008 or something. And it was just like, oh my goodness, it was like so many fond childhood memories. Now, what we're actually playing is a web version of apparently what was once a fan made, but now turned to like an official redeveloped version of the game of Marble Blast called Marble Blast Platinum. Apparently it was started in 2007, and ever since then it's been going through a lot of developmental phases until eventually it turned into Platinum Quest, which you can actually download free for your PC, available on the official Marble Blast website. And I think in 2007, the developers of Marble Blast Gold created what was soon to be Marble Blast Ultra, which was only exclusive on Xbox 360. And then eventually, while they went on a long hiatus, and unfortunately the old game developer, I think Garage Games, shut down, unfortunately. However, eventually some of those developers that were original from the original Marble Blast game eventually created Marble Above, which they first released, I think, in 2018 or 17. It was originally exclusive on like Nintendo Switch before it was eventually was able to be. The game is also available on like PC and Steam, and as well as on Xbox. And I don't know if it's on PlayStation yet. I have to look it up. But yeah, the reason why Marble Blast is like a big thing for me because it was the game that I always like loved to play on my PC since I was a very little kid. Like oh my goodness, since I was like a very young toddler, and even my older brother. You vividly also remembers playing the game too. Like we were very young. Like oh my goodness. So lots of history. What we're playing right now is essentially it's like a modified version of a Marble Blast Platinum that apparently is now available to literally play on the web. Like what I'm actually playing on is a web browser. So let's get started and let's check it out. This update reverser. Oh yeah, they made the 2025 Fools change recently, but they changed it back. Oh my gosh. So although it's not exactly original from what I'm used to remembering, from Marble Blast Gold, it's essentially it's the same thing, but like with different style of it and such. They still have the old original levels. It's just that this one is well, of course, like a whole like redesigned version of the game. So yep, they added new stuff here. Now all this feature you see here, this is actually all just part of April Fools. Yeah, literally it was just a joke on the day April 1st. I wasn't there around that time because I mean I was busy at the time, but I mean, here we are. Now if you're wondering why is there an unclickable online button, because remember this was taken from the original like development phases of Marble Blast Platinum, and that back then an online feature did exist, but because this is only used on the web, it's like not here at all. You have to download Platinum Quest to do that, and I'm debating on whether if I should start making a Let's Play series of Platinum Quest. I'll have to think about that in the future, since I'm making change plans on what I upload on my YouTube channel of this year recently. But we'll have to see. Oh my gosh. Oh, and if I want to get that nostalgic feeling, all I have to do is press this and check that out. Marble Blast. Well, this is literally the original Marble Blast Gold UI, but apparently the developers eventually made some modifications to it. They added a search level and yeah. My goodness, I remember playing all these original levels. And then over here you can just switch it back to the modified version of the game, now Marble Blast Platinum. And yep. So without further ado, let's just begin. We're not going to get through everything because it's going to be probably like a short video, but I'll definitely get into the gold nostalgic stuff, but right now let's get into platinum stuff. Because, I mean, why not? So, or should I get into Platinum Ultra? Honestly, I don't know. Or maybe, I don't know which one to go for. Oh, you know what? Screw it. Let's go to the beginning of the Platinum style. Alright, let's do this. Let's go back to my childhood days with this, I guess, completely different, not original, but yet still familiar environment. Now, yeah, I already completed because I'm already used to the controls. Because I remember this is like Marble Blast Gold was like a thing I used to play a lot when I was little, so I'm very much used to this. I remember before I had my gaming computer, I downloaded Marble Blast Platinum, or no, Platinum Quest at the time, what it's called. So yeah, so in this game, you're a marble, right? You're supposed to, like, you know, find your way from the start to the to the finish pad. Like right here, like you get started to the level, you have to like journey your way through from the start to the finish. There's some like levels that requires you to do it quickly before there's like a time limit. And once the time limit passes, though, you won't be able to pass because, I mean, you reached your time limit. But if you finish the level before the time limit hits, then you pass the level, you get to move on to the next one. These ones because the beginnings are essentially tutorials, so not going to be time limits at all. Platinum Quest, although Marble Blast Gold has some of the original levels here on Marble Blast Web, Marble Blast Platinum, when they released it, they came with their own new set of levels. At the time, before now, they're considered you know, another set of, well, traditional Marble Blast levels and such. Now, throughout the years, though, since the Marble Blast community has increased a lot, many like fan developers started developing like fan Marble Blast games, like different like types of Marble Blast games. Including, I think they call Marble Blast Advance, Marble Blast Emerald, and Marble Blast Football, and what was once here Marble Blast Platinum that eventually developed into Platinum Quest, one of the #1 best Marble Blast games currently out there. It's even periodically still being updated even till this day. So if I want to, I can literally download Platinum Quest and just like play the whole thing. So yeah, it definitely in the future, if this like ends up getting like much more you know, viewership and all that such, or if I'm interested into Marble Blast much more as of recently, then I would definitely garner like an actual playlist of the series, of the Let's Play series with Marble Blast game. Because it'd be something that I always wanted to do on my YouTube channel, right? Even before I did like Fortnite content, before this happened, all this has happened. And throughout the game, there's also power-ups that you can collect too. Because I just played before is actually, okay, never mind. So what these are is these are gyrocopters. Well, the original game they were called gyrocopters, but now they're just called helicopters here for some reason. As you can see, it makes your marble like fly up in the air and such. As you can see. Helicopter. Then, if you're careful with quick maneuvers and trick shots, you'll be able to finish the level in no time. In the original game, the original game, remember when you finish the level, you used to have to go back to the menu to the level selection and then select the next level. But apparently, Marble Blast Platinum made things a little simpler and easier. I remember the modified version of the game was first in development in 2007. And I think throughout the years they have really developed a lot to make the game much more appealing and interesting, even better than Marble Blast Gold. Well, of course, us Marble Blast community fans will still always remember the original Gold levels as being the most iconic one. Oh, okay, here it goes. I have to collect the diamonds. This is called a flower petal. Yeah, well,
Get ready.
Step out the pad
Set.
to start bouncing. Funny thing, if I'm ever going to bring back Supposed to Archives, believe it or not, there was actually an old video of Lieutenant Linus playing this very same game. This is actually one of the levels that he struggled a lot. Oh crap, now I'm struggling
Get
too.
ready.
Hold on, I know how to do this. Just...
Go.
Now this mechanic here, the bouncing pad thing, this was not for the original game. My guess is the developer decided to add it to make the game much more interesting. Because, I mean, the whole floor bouncy thing was not originally from the original mechanics, but I guess the developer decided to add it to make the game more interesting, so... Oof. Oh gosh. Oh, screw it. Ooh. There we go. Now, of course, the sound effects are also different from the original. They just practically just took the sound effects.
Go.
They took away the original sound effects and upgraded with these, I guess, these different ones. I don't know what that level was about, but, I mean, it was fun, I guess.
Get ready.
Okay, this is something that was not original tutorial. Apparently it teaches you how to do a wall jump. So apparently if you... Okay, here. If you stand all the way back here, if you just continue to move forward with your marble while jumping, you bounce up and you can literally get to the other side of the platform. I just do a wall hit trick. Right here as well. And here's the last trick shot that can get you into the platinum here, and there you go. So the controls of the mouse here, typically it's WASD, typical style of, you know,
Modify you.
marble movement. So these are,
Modify you. Modify you.
these, well, sorry, I'm trying to think, multitasking now. So, if you're wondering what these, like, time, like, glasses are,
Modify you.
in the original game, I think they were called, what they call time travel, I think? They were literally just called time travel, but
Set.
here in Platinum, they just call them time modifiers. Which I guess it makes sense, because, I mean, when they originally called them time travel, I'm like, I mean, it does help time travel, like, you know, helps, like, because when you pick them up,
Ready. Set.
it just stops the clock
Modify you.
by amount of seconds before it removes it.
Modify you. Modify
As you
you.
can see, wow, these time modifiers are like
Modify
zero.
you.
Oh, okay, some of them are a second, some of them like the quarter of a second. Oh my gosh! At this level, you have to collect all the gems before it reaches the finish pad.
Modify you.
Oh my gosh, I gotta be careful. I gotta make sure the marble doesn't drop. And also another fun fact is that there's actually was another installment of Marble Blast called Marble Blast XD. Not XD, I mean XP. Whoa. Oh shit. What? Oh, there we go. Hey, you know what? There we go. So what I was saying is that apparently Marble Blast actually had another installment that they released called Marble Blast XP. It was available only exclusively through what was once... It was kind of like a game console, but it was only usable on PC. Like, it was like a strange, like, somewhat was a console. It was like literally a controller that you can, like, you know, plug in like USB drives, or in this case USB game like cartridges into the controller. You connect to the computer, and if the service was still you know, existing at the time, then you'll be able to, like, you know, play those certain, like, you know, bundle, like, you know, USB cartridge games or something like that into the controller, which you'll be able to access the games on. I think that little game console was something called NetJet. It was only available exclusively through, like, you know, I think it was only exclusive to, yeah, Toys R Us. Oh gosh. Yeah, so you don't want to touch these. These are, well, the original game, these are mines, but apparently these are nukes. They literally just, the creators literally just made, like, they changed it to where they explode way more extremely than what they usually are. Like, bro, only if I could show you what the original games look like. Actually, I technically can't, but, oh. You know what? Let's try a shortcut. There we go. Yes, sir. Also, unlike the original game, Platinum actually also added Easter eggs. So if you find them, yep, they literally added Easter eggs, which you can actually, like, if you grab them, you get, like, beyond, like, a secret achievement. But yeah, if your marble falls off, then it's out of bounds and you have to restart the game. Not restart the game, they have to try again. Oh gosh.
Get ready. Set. Go.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, so let's try doing this. Oh my gosh, that's
Get
horrible.
ready. Set.
Oops.
Go.
There we go. Ooh. So the Easter eggs are, yeah, it's back there. I wonder. Here's the trouble though. Oh shoot! I thought I was gonna get out of bounds if I were to step on that small platform here. But you know what? Let's try this style. Okay, that didn't work. I hope not. I'm trying to get the Easter egg if I can, but I don't know if I can reach to it. Also, in Platinum Crest, unlike the original game, there was no like actual way to play this game in multiplayer. Like they never added. There we go. Ooh. Alright, so I got the Easter egg. I mean, I actually technically already got it before, because I do admit that I've played this game a bit before. I just wanted to play it again just to give you guys, like, give you some of you viewers
Get ready.
like a
Set.
gist of what Marble Blast Platinum, or this version Marble Blast Web looks like. You practically are a marble, and your goal is to get to start to finish without falling off from the platforms and into the void. Marble recording, or what was known as a marble bouncer. Wait, was it called marble bouncer? I don't remember. Like the original game, I can't remember where. Yeah, this is called the anti-recoil, but oh no, yeah, the original game was called these like marble record used to be called shock absorbers, but here they just call it marble anti-recoil.
Get ready. Set.
Oh yeah, the original game, the trampoline like power up, they used to be called super bounce. Literally before they just renamed some of the powers to make it a little bit more different from the original game for some reason.
Speed booster.
Speed booster. Well, they originally called super speed, but speed booster I guess works too. Here's
Get ready.
oh yeah, oh yeah, this one I vividly remember. You have to collect the gems. Don't know so much. Oh. Gotta collect these right here. Oh man, I
Get
fell
ready.
off.
Set. Go.
I might also possibly bring back another like rows of videos that I've archived. Because last year I posted like some of those old archive videos that have not got a chance to upload yet. Throughout like, you know, the last previous years from my computer. And I uploaded as a huge like set of videos from what was known as supposed archives. I have more videos that I actually want to present to the viewers because, I mean, I guess why not? I wouldn't call it supposed to archive 2. I'm probably just going to keep the name, but you know, update the intro to make it more, you know, pleasingly aesthetic and adds a little bit more pizzazz into it. I don't know when it's going to be released yet, but we'll have to see though. Okay, these are really tight slopes here. You gotta get a little momentum. Right, boom. There we go. Now the original game never had these, but now they have checkpoints. So when you follow the map, once you get a checkpoint, you actually respawn right where you were last seen at the checkpoint. And although the time will be, you know, continuing to move forward, at least you get a checkpoint somewhere. You won't have to go back all the way to the start when you're already in progress of the game. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm trying to explain this as best I can, but like my sentences are coming out like really strange and just quirky. So, oh, and I missed the time on fire, and I missed the gem, bro. Oh my gosh. Okay, boom. Oh, okay, that was not momentum. Okay. There we go. There we go. We gotta be careful with this. wall edge hit right here. Okay, these, yeah, they're called edge hits. Ooh, that was smooth.
Checkpoint.
Checkpoint. Now this is a little tricky. Oh,
Time modifier.
yeah, some of these levels can get challenging, so if anyone loves puzzles, then this is a game definitely a good fit for you.
Get ready.
Because look, you're just a
Set.
marble. You're
Go.
as a marble, you're supposed to get to start to finish. Now you may be wondering, why can't I just go through here? Remember, in this level, there's diamonds you have to collect before it gets to finish, man. The finish won't count unless you collect all the diamonds throughout the level. Right here. And what these are these are trapdoors. If you stand long enough, the doors will really open up and you can fall through into the void. And these are freezy fans, because look, it will push you around a lot. See? Watch. Oh, it's pushing me. Oh shoot. Yeah, see? When you go out of bounds, you just fall down.
Get ready. Set. Go.
Go. Yep. Careful rolling. Yeah. Careful when rolling through these platforms. They can be tight ropes and such. You gotta be extra careful. Now these are bumpers. Now you know these arcade machines, those pinball machines. You see those bumpers on the pinball machine. Well, they do the same thing like that. Although the sound effect is different, unlike the original. Okay. Gotta be careful stepping on the trapdoor. Now this is interesting. They added a tornado. Now this was also this is from the original game. These are, I think in Platinum they refer to them as cyclones. I think. Well, in the original game they're just referred to as literal tornadoes, because I mean that's literally what they are, right?
Get ready.
Don't fall off.
Set.
Keep on rolling.
Go.
Yeah, and avoid the open holes that are everywhere on the path, so... Oh gosh, what the... Yeah, they added a fan over here because, check this out, you can go up,
Time
there's a
modifier.
platform with a time modifier, which will essentially stop the timer for 5 seconds before it will resume.
Get ready.
But here we are.
Set. Go.
Oh yeah, fun fact, the music you're actually hearing was I think it was one of the original, well not like the original, like it was the second ever original, music that Marvel Blast Platinum was originally going to go for before they scrapped that. Well, not really scrapped, they just, they did eventually scrap that idea, decided to add what we now know as the more iconic known music track on Piano Forte, which is what the theme is using till this day. So yeah, but the music you're listening to is one of the original lobby track music they were originally going to go for
Time modifier.
before they decided to change it to the more now known iconic Piano Forte, which I really love the music theme. And here we are. And funny thing is, we are actually at the end of the beginner level. So apparently in Platinum, at the end of each difficulty level, the final level of each difficulty is Battle Cube. So as you can see, we're already getting a look at what the intermediate looks like. We're now looking at Battle Cube Initiative. Of course, to get there, we have to go all the way up to the first level, Triple Decker. And let me check something real quick. I think for the time's sake, we can only go up to a certain amount of levels before
Go.
or if we're unfortunately gonna have to pause right there and then, because it's already about to reach 2. It's almost 30 minutes already, so yep.
Jump boost.
The intermediate levels are actually starting to become a bit difficult, so it's all about playing the minds of puzzles and strategy and solving these puzzles to get past these levels and complete the whole game. Now there's a lot of levels here. Now in the original game, the amount of difficulty levels they had is beginner, intermediate, and advanced. However, in Platinum, they added one more, which is expert, which is essentially now meaning that now this game has 4 difficulty levels: beginner, intermediate, advanced, and now expert.
Jump boost.
Hold on, I have to find. Oh shoot! Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh my gosh, that was so close. Okay, how do we get to the? Yep, and the finish line is right here. this one is mountain
Get
top
ready.
retreat.
Set. Go.
Okay, there we go. Up here.
Jump boost.
Boom. Jump boost up here. And... Ooh, no way here. This up. Bro.
Get ready. Set.
Oh my gosh, anyways.
Go.
Let's go up here. No matter the viewers, I know this is kind of suddenly. This is kind of what I'm about to say is suddenly like something that feels like out of nowhere. But I want to announce something, in that me and a certain someone that we know, that we all know, that are actually working on a
Speed
specific
booster.
project. I'm
125.
not gonna reveal what it is yet, but let's just say, hopefully if everything goes well, it hopefully will be coming out somewhere around a certain amount of season that comes right after spring. Actually, yeah. What I actually want to do is I want to present to you guys two. Actually, I'm gonna have to end it soon, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna present you guys with this level from the original actual like Marble Blast Gold, and this level actually one of the levels from Marble Blast Ultra. Marble Blast Ultra was a second like addition to the game that the original developers released for the Xbox 360. It was only available exclusively through Xbox Arcade, which is essentially a Xbox content that are only available through the Xbox 360 store back in the day. Like, it was only a game that you could only get from the Xbox store. You cannot get it like a physical copy or anything. It was only available from, only available from the Xbox store. But of course, I think recently the Xbox 360 like stuff has officially been discontinued.
Get ready. Set.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I remember this. Yeah, I remember this level so much right now. This was the final level at the beginner side of the original game.
Speed booster.
Wow, what the heck? Of course, the names, the items are.
Helicopter.
Yeah, see? They literally called like gyro. This was called gyrocopter, but they changed it to literally just being a helicopter. Now, are these the original mines? Yes, these are the original mines. Yes. Oh my goodness. Also, the music you're hearing is also original too.
Jump boost.
Yeah, the jump booster. Oh my goodness. And the tornado in the sensor. And what else? Oh yeah, over here there's ooh, that was close. Yeah, the super
Marble coin.
boom. Oh gosh. Now I remember when I was playing Marble Blaster, that was sold exclusively through the distributor of eGames. Back when they used to exist. Marble Blaster was essentially Marble Blaster was essentially just like Marble Blaster Gold, except for some reason in the advanced section, they only they only had like I think 30 or 30 advanced levels, when the original game they had more than 30 levels, like 60 I think. I don't know if I'm correct or not, I might not be, but I don't know if they did that to, make the game more limited, or it's just to reduce cost or something, but if you guys look it up on on Encyclopedia or on the web or something, you'll understand you'll get the gist of what I was talking about. Alright, and this is which it's called the shock absorber, but here it's called the momentum. But yep, there we go. And then let's go to the Xbox 360 original side of things, and let's play Marble Blast Ultra. Well, Marble Blast Ultra, they essentially took some of the levels from Marble Blast Gold, but except they also added some new ones. Like, there's some original nod to the original game, but they also added some new levels. I think some of them.
Get ready.
Oh
Set.
my gosh.
Go.
And the graphics here actually works a lot more better. What the heck? So unlike Marble Blast Gold, Marble Blast Ultra, Marble now has the ability to get like an extra boost. Like if I press E, yep. If you notice on the lower left side of the left corner of the screen, you can see the bar that's like growing. That essentially is the level amount of blast. And look, when I grab this blast power up, you notice that the bar is now increased. Now it's color orange. that makes the blast now a lot more stronger now.
Mega Marble.
Now, Mega Marble was also one of the new powers introduced at the time. It just makes the marble big. And it's perfect for these zombies. Actually, I'm gonna have to reset this because, as you can see, I was running out of time before the time limit would pass. So, try to speed run this as quick as you can.
Blast. Checkpoint. Mega Marble. Mega Marble.
There we go. And of course, in the original game, as well as both of the original games, you have to collect gems in order to pass the level. There we go. Yep. Wow. And there we go. Why not? Let's play one more level. So as you can see, in Marble Blast Gold, it was beginner, intermediate, advanced. Now, for some reason, throughout the years, people on the community has made lots of custom levels. And in Marble Blast Web, they have periodically updated and at least changed a lot of these custom levels, with all these custom levels that were developed by all these authors who released all these custom levels. Same for Platinum, and I guess Ultra, they decided to add more custom levels for there too. In Marble Blast Platinum, as you can see, they added beginner, intermediate, advanced once again, but they also added expert too. Now in Ultra, yep, it's just the same as Gold, beginner, intermediate, advanced. So why not try for the last game? Let's try hop, skip, and jump for the final level this time, shall we?
Get ready. Set.
Alrighty then. So now this map plays as a nod from the original game, which was available also in the intermediate level of difficulty. Of course, there's some differences from the original level to the Ultra version of the level.
Jam boost.
Right, there we go. Oh, that was a fail. Also, the music you're hearing is also, well, actually, it's interesting from the original Marble Blast Ultra music. Oh my gosh, I have to restart. So, the original Marble Blast also soundtrack you're hearing, that music, like, it plays, it's the only music, it's the one and only soundtrack that plays throughout the whole game. Like, no matter if you're in the lobby or if you're in the level, like, this is the one music that it plays, like, literally throughout the whole game. That's it. There's no, like, it was the only soundtrack that played in the original Marble Blast Ultra game that was available through the Xbox. Well, Xbox 360, of course.
Checkpoint. Jam boost.
Unfortunately for Marble Blast Ultra, that was only available on Xbox 360. When Microsoft shut down, the arcade online services, yeah, so did the games themselves, and unfortunately, there was no way to play them again. Oh my gosh, I messed up. Okay, let's do this quick before a minute passes. I forgot this. There we go. Oh my gosh, that was satisfying. Alrighty then. Unfortunately, due to time constraints, that's unfortunately about it for today's day 4. This is the very first time, actually the very first ever Marble Blast, video that I've done on my YouTube channel. This is something that I always wanted to do for a long time, but I've never gotten a chance to. But thankfully, finally, until this day on, I finally made my first Marble Blast video here during Spring Break 25. So, yep. Thank you so much, viewers, for joining with us for Spring Break 25, as well as this very first Marble Blast video content. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone. And have a great day, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow for the final day of Spring Break 25 with ending it off, a classic of the Spring Break special, a Fortnite video. We'll see you guys there. Peace.